How Vikings and farmers helped cats conquer the world. Cats are everywhere today, lounging on couches, prowling city streets, and curled up in barns. Their quiet conquest of the globe, however, was not achieved alone. It was a partnership with humans, farmers, sailors, and warriors that carried them across continents and oceans. A genetic study published in 2016 revealed the remarkable journey of cats, tracing their spread through two great waves of expansion. What emerges is a tale of survival, reverence, and companionship, with Vikings playing a surprisingly crucial role. The first wave, Guardians of the Harvest, the earliest chapter of the cat's global story, begins in the Middle East, where agriculture first flourished. As humans settled into farming communities, they faced a persistent threat: rodents raiding grain stores. Cats, with their unmatched hunting instincts, became natural allies. Farmers encouraged their presence, and over time, cats traveled alongside human communities into the fertile lands of the eastern Mediterranean. This first wave was not about affection or companionship. It was about necessity. Cats were protectors of food, guardians of survival. Their role in these early societies was practical, yet it laid the foundation for a relationship that would endure for millennia. The second wave, Sacred Egypt and the Age of Sail. Thousands of years later, cats embarked on a second great migration, this time from ancient Egypt. In Egypt, cats were not merely useful, they were sacred. Worshipped as symbols of divinity, fertility, and protection, cats were revered in art, mythology, and daily life. Their elevated status ensured their survival and spread. Egyptian cats traveled far beyond the Nile. Seafarers carried them aboard ships, where they served as rat catchers and companions. This maritime expansion brought cats to Africa, Eurasia, and eventually Northern Europe. One of the most striking findings from the genetic study was a match between the DNA of an Egyptian cat and that of a feline found at a Viking site in Germany. This discovery suggests that cats were not only present in Viking settlements, but were carried aboard their ships, silently accompanying Norse explorers on their voyages. Cats and the Vikings, myth and reality. The Viking connection is both practical and mythological. On the practical side, cats were indispensable aboard ships. Long voyages meant stored food, and stored food meant rodents. Cats kept provisions safe, ensuring survival during perilous journeys across stormy seas. But cats also held symbolic weight in Norse culture. In mythology, the goddess Freyja associated with love, fertility, battle, and death rode in a chariot pulled by two massive cats. This imagery suggests that cats were not only valued for their utility, but also woven into the spiritual fabric of Viking society. They were creatures of both the hearth and the divine, bridging the mundane and the mystical. A global legacy. From the fields of the Middle East to the temples of Egypt, from Viking longships to modern living rooms, cats have traveled alongside humanity for thousands of years. Their spread was not the result of conquest in the traditional sense, but of quiet collaboration. Farmers saw them as protectors of grain, Egyptians as sacred beings, and Vikings as essential shipmates. Today, cats are found in nearly every corner of the world. Their DNA carries the imprint of these journeys, while their presence in myth and culture reflects the deep bond they forged with humans. The story of cats is the story of survival, reverence, and companionship, a testament to how even the smallest creatures can leave the largest footprints across history.